All right, here we are. It's 90.3 KEXP. We stream all over the world at KEXP.org. There's some different things going on today in the KEXP live room. We've got some experimental lighting that we are going to test out, and I'm very excited that the band that's going to be in front of it is Death Valley Girls. Take it away if you're ready. Awesome. You are listening to Death Valley Girls Live, 90.3 KEXP, and these lights that are being projected behind them and on them, that is not pre-recorded. That is happening live back here with Mad Alchemy. They've got oils and projections, and it's just fantastic to have them here as well. Death Valley Girls, welcome.
Hi.
Hi, how is everybody today?
So good.
So nice having you. We've been loving this album, Darkness Reigns, and that is the new one. All the songs we're hearing today are from that record. So thank you once again for taking the time and stopping by. I know you got to go to Bellingham after this tonight.
Oh boy, do we.
Yes. So you have, and that's not too far away. So you have a bit of a drive, and then you'll be back in Seattle playing the Tractor on Saturday for Freak Out Festival. Yes, been loving Death Valley Girls. This whole thing got started with the Street Venom cassette. And how did you initially come in contact with Burger Records and get this whole thing going?
We played their store for our first show. Was at their Burger Records store.
How did you get that gig?
We made someone let us play. And then we made them put out a tape. All in the same day.
That's amazing.
But it took longer than one day.
So it wasn't like magically overnight that all happened, or kind of?
A little bit of magic.
You
a
sprinkled.
little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Mm-hmm. Love it. And I've spent some time in the past with, we're going to jump a little bit forward here, but I've spent some time in the last few years with the Coat Hangers, and they are so sweet and so kind. Would you say that they're sort of your sister band out there in the world?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Best friend band.
Best friend band, for
Best
sure.
friend band.
Label mates, too, right?
Label mates.
Suicide Squeeze.
Yes.
Suicide Squeeze.
In the house.
In the house.
In the house. I say everything she says, so don't ask her anything weird.
Well, let's see where this is going. Actually, I do have kind of a weird question.
Yes.
This one's directed at you, though, Bonnie. If you could have, literally, like right now, if you could have $50,000 handed to you right now, or spend 1 week being a backup singer for Ronnie Spector, what would you take?
100% Ronnie Spector. Maybe,
What if I upped it to $200,000? You would still be a backup singer for Ronnie Spector?
I don't think that would be fair to my band to not take the money and distribute it
Can we
equally.
do it too? Can we do it with her?
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
The band can join it. Yeah, it's got to be
No,
just
it's
your
just
experience.
Me. We're not talking about this.
What is your love of Ronnie Spector? Where did that start?
Oh my goodness. Where didn't it start?
It started with Ronnie Spector.
Yeah, totally. I really like her book. Oh no, that's Itina. I really like Ronnie Spector's book. I can't remember what it's called right now. Maybe it's Be My Baby. But I highly recommend everyone go out and buy it. It's a real good way to love rock and roll while reading. You know? That was a really good question.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I have another question for you, and I know that you all have had to explain this a few times, but for our listeners and viewers that may not know, seriously, how in the hell did you get Iggy Pop to be in your music video?
Magic.
This is more of your magic spells, witchy ways?
Well, it's from Dream Magic.
Okay.
It's from Dream Magic. Iggy played us on his radio show. It started out that he knew the name of our band, you know? Mm-hmm. And then he played us on the radio show, and then our friend had a dream that he did that video, and then she asked him. Her name is Kansas Bowling, and then he was like, okay, and then it happened.
That's incredible.
Do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I still can't believe it. It was just like a weird series of events where,
Particularly in this room, it seems really weird.
yeah, because we heard him play us on his radio show, and then that was like amazing. And then like it was about a year later where Kansas told us she had a dream where Iggy's in our video recreating the Andy Warhol eating hamburger short film, and she's like, I want to make this happen. So we're like, okay. And she did. And that was...
That's just one dimension, though. Maybe there's another dimension where none of that happened at all.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's interesting to think about it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could go
almost
deep.
too much to think about unless you imagine, like,
Yeah.
different dimensions where things like that don't happen.
And they don't sometimes.
But this time they did.
Yeah, I believe in that stuff in a way. I've got to experience it myself. Like when I was growing up, I absolutely loved Nirvana, like a lot of people did, and I was like, oh my God, I love Nirvana. And then that's how I learned about Seattle. I moved to Seattle. I start a band, and we end up eventually getting to record at Sound City where they made Nevermind. And we set our drums up exactly where Dave Grohl set his drums up at Sound City. And I'm like, did I do this to myself? Did I will myself to end up recording here?
Vision. You're a master manifester.
Manifestation.
I wish I could do that more in my
can.
life. I just need to put all my stars need to line up, or I need to get in touch with my lotus flower. What do I need to do?
Oh my God,
The
yeah.
power's in you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, the lotus is both alive and dead. And it perpetuates karma. We learned this fact. But you can master manifest anything you want. Just think you have to really do some stuff. I don't know what the things are, but...
Well, it's interesting, too. So another thing is, and growing up in the time that I did, of course, I'm sort of nostalgic for 80s and 90s stuff. And I found something at my house that I actually wanted to gift to you right now. And I'm going to hand it to you. You can let everybody know what it is.
Oh, my God.
Check it out. It's
No way! Oh
It's a
my
garbage
God.
pail
There's
kid
a garbage
card.
pail kid with my name on it, literally.
Does it look like you?
It's his Bonnie Bunny.
Bonnie Bunny?
Dude, this is the coolest thing ever. It's me as a Playboy bunny. But in a garbage pail.
Do you have a collection?
I can't believe you're giving this away. Why did
Yeah.
you do it?
I saw it. I was like, I have to give this to Bonnie. It would
Oh my
in the
God.
image. But so that's yours.
I found a piece of tape. Sorry.
Oh, can the cameras pick it up for our
I don't know.
YouTube
just-
channel?
it's
There you go.
Probably good luck. Or really bad luck. I'll put it next to the ghost.
Let's hope it's good. Oh, perfect. Just taping it to the front
Oh,
of the
sorry.
keyboard there.
It's hard to remember.
Yeah, I just I'm nostalgic for 80s and 90s stuff. I have a collection of Garbage Pail Kids. I was kind of just looking at them, and I came across. I didn't think there was a Bonnie, and then I saw it, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to interview them tomorrow. So
Wow.
that was
synchronicity.
That was also serendipity. I have gifted people Garbage Pail Kids in the past, but I wasn't looking for a Bonnie one. I didn't think there was one, so I was
Who
like,
knew?
nah. And then there you go.
Synchronicity. That's
like
the
it.
second rule of manifestation.
I'm actually learning a lot more from this interview than any interview that I've done. I like it. You're a deep person. I love it. Yeah. I have some. I wanted to do one more thing before we get back to the music. I wanted to name some artists, and I wanted you to tell me what they mean to you. Okay? The B-52s.
Like what?
What do they mean to you?
So much joy and splendor.
That's
Amazing.
what joy and splendor is what you think of when you hear B-52s. What about X-ray specs?
Joy and splendor.
Lester Bangs.
Joy and splendor in a different way.
Yeah.
But thank you too.
Yeah, the spirit of rock and roll.
Spirit.
Lester.
Maybe not joy,
Yeah,
but
there's some little
grateful,
some
gratitude,
angst. Yeah.
splendor. Good
Yeah.
job. Nice work. Way to go.
Mark Rains.
Oh my God.
Best friend.
Yay. Hero.
Hero.
Genius.
Darkness.
We never record anywhere else except here. Whoa. She's recorded there. He's recorded there. She's recorded there.
Amazing. And lastly, David Dickinson.
Oh my
Hey.
God. Yay.
Messiah. The best.
There's not even words.
Well, Death Valley Girls, like I mentioned, we honestly just been loving all of your music and records.
We're supposed to say words because it's the radio.
Yeah.
Grateful, joy, splendor, abundance,
Magic.
perfection,
Friendship.
Magic, love.
friendship, best friendship,
Powerful.
powerful,
Peaceful.
peaceful,
Visionary.
visionary.
Larry.
It's the radio.
Just Larry.
Yeah.
So if you don't say stuff, then nothing's happening.
We don't do a
forever
psychic.
for everyone.
Yeah.
They could get scared.
About
Okay.
about David Are we
Yeah.
patron of the arts?
Oh,
We love you.
Patron
that's
of
amazing.
Joy. Joyful artist. Musical artist.
I love it. Well, you seem to have a lot of joy, splendor, and magic all around all of you. And I know that myself and the listeners would love to hear a couple more songs if you'd be so kind.
Do you feel joy and splendor?
I do. I love all your energy here in Death Valley Girls. I love it.
Thanks for letting us be here.
You're always welcome.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we'll play
100%.
some more songs.
Thank you.
And then let's catch up or go back to that
Okay. Absolutely.
concept.
Sounds great. It's Death Valley Girls. The new record is called Darkness Reigns, and a couple more songs from Death Valley Girls, and then we're going to get back to getting deep.
Ooh, really?
You're listening to Death Valley Girls live here on 90.3 KEXP. All of these songs you're hearing today from the latest record called Darkness Reigns. Yes, that is my favorite song from the new album, Darkness Reigns. Disaster is what we're after, and before that, More Dead Than Alive. Death Valley Girls, live from the KEXP live room, and thank you all so much. This has been so much fun. Also, we need to thank Mad Alchemy for providing...
Yay, Lance!
Thank you, Mad Alchemy.
providing all of these amazing projections. And also, thank you, Larry, Bonnie, Pickle, and Ricky.
Yay!
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks so much for letting us come here, and always thanks for being nice to us.
We love you, and we love the music that you make, and you're all extremely fun to talk to, and maybe we can finish our conversation
Okay.
afterwards and wax intellectual.
Okay. Yay.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you all. And once
Thank
again,
you.
playing Bellingham tonight and playing Freak Out Festival Saturday at the Tractor. That was Death Valley Girls live here on 90.3 KEXP Seattle.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.